The Dusty Futon Podcast is a product of the Dusty Futon LLC and Dusty Futon Productions. Go to dustyfuton.com for more information. Welcome back to the Dusty Futon. We have another Musicians Podcast episode for you this week. And also, in case you didn't hear the concert report, we've reached over 100 episodes here at the Dusty Futon, and it keeps going. There is no end in sight. We have so many more artists lined up for you, including this week's episode. And this episode is brought to you by Backstage360.com, the musician's media. The Dusty Futon is a musician's podcast bringing you the raw musician and what they bring to the table. Backstage360.com works hard to bring you even more with creative write-ups, professional interviews, and stunning photography. Backstage360.com also assists with the promotion of events, products, tours, new music, and they provide an overall insider's peek into the impedimenta of the backstage. Backstage360.com. They truly are the musician's media. Before I get into who this episode features, I want to say thank you to every one of you listening. Without you, this could not keep going. That's why we've reached over 100 episodes. That's why we've brought you over 60 brand new artists. And that's why we're going to keep bringing them to you, including the Broken Stems right here on the Dusty Futon. Now, these three guys are insane. I swear, they're certifiably insane. But we have so much fun talking about their hysterics and what they do and how much fun that they have and what it takes to make an album. These guys are just awesome. Enough of it from me. Well, I'm the host of the episode, so you're going to get more of me. But let's go ahead and drop right into the episode featuring the Broken Stems. All right, Brad, go ahead and give me a 5 count.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, that's good. And
Six,
Kim?
6, 7, 8. Mic number one. Isn't this a lot of fun?
Jesse.
Hey, yo. Hey, ha. Hi. Hello. Hey.
This is definitely going to be fun.
Hey.
Andrew.
Do you make animal sounds too?
Greetings. Hey there.
Hey, you can pull that as close
I
to
have a son, so
whatever
yes.
you need to do.
Jesse's a dirty monster.
And then just get comfortable.
The
and,
little things.
And
It's really the big things, right? You know, we go
what
with
are you
what we got.
talking about?
It's
I'm
a small
just-
thing. It is. It's,
This is why she's
little-
spicy, Kim.
it's a whole bunch of little small things that make the big thing.
And we like all of it. Just so you know.
Jesse's
It
all
all
about
works.
the big things.
Yeah?
Yep.
What kind of big things?
I don't know if we...
He means like big audiences, you know.
Big performances because we have a big performing band named the Broken Stems in studio. I'm Big John and this is Spicy Kim.
Hola.
And we have in the house with us Jesse. That's Jesse. Brad.
Hello.
Brad.
And Andrew.
Greetings.
Those are you guys all three the only
salutations.
three members of Broken Stems?
Yes.
Awesome.
We are the three amigos. We are... No, we're not. That's not our name, but... No. But we are the bearded fucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
But only two of you
Incognito?
are bearded. Hold on a second.
Incognito as the Broken Stems. You see how that works?
I don't know what's going on here.
We change our name depending upon how the reviews go. So
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
You got to protect the innocent, man. You got to change those names.
yeah.
I started it off really confusing. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
That's how we roll. Well,
That's how Jesse rolls.
It kind of makes it fun. So, all
so
right.
my brain kind of works. So I can totally get
Now we can
that.
backpedal.
That wasn't confusing at all to me.
I guess mine works differently. I guess because I'm doing engineer and host duty at the same time. So, okay, guys. So tell me all about like when your band started and who kind of started it and formed this thing. Jesse. Everyone pointed to you.
Well, see, I had a handful of songs and some cool stuff going on. And I was playing with some musicians. And Brad came to one of our shows and saw us at the House of Blues and was like, hey, I want to play keyboards with you guys. And so we jammed with him and we had a really good time. And brought him on with the band. And then we had auditions for a drummer because our drummer had to, we went to the East Coast or somewhere. Yeah, and then
that would be a
the Broken
challenge.
Stems were formed not too long after that, and we created our first EP or first album that we released in 2016, the What Are You Connected album, and then
Wait, what is that? The what?
What Are You Connected?
What are you connected?
Yeah.
That's not good English.
No, it's not supposed to be.
No.
It's catchy.
Are any of the songs you
makes it
gave me from
catchy?
that album?
Hear You Calling? I don't know if she sent you that one, but probably not.
Kelly, your manager, she is a friggin' kick in the pants, that gal. I love her to pieces. Oh, yeah. I wish she wasn't in New Jersey so we could have a face-to-face chat. You know?
She is a riot for sure.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, I still can't. I see. I'm an English freak. I still can't wrap myself around the title. What was it again? We are.
Exactly. That's the meaning of the title, right? Because some people get stuck on it, and it invites you to kind of just wrestle with it.
Okay.
What are you connected to?
What
yes.
are you connected?
Yeah.
What are you connected? So that was, at the time, Brad and I were living in a house in La Jolla, and we had our own studio in there, and we worked and practiced from that place. We spent, about a year and a half or so making that album, didn't we?
Yeah, there was like 6 people that were living in this house. It was just a bunch of musicians kind of all doing our own thing. Jesse
Alex
was
in the
living
garage.
he was living in the garage there. And
Didn't even get a couch. They sent it right to the garage.
It was like a total like bachelor den garage. It was like my.
I know.
Let me just point out how Jesse first started it, that we were living in a house in La Jolla and had a studio. Now let me point out what it really was. 6 dudes sharing a 3-bedroom house, and Jesse was in the garage, which was our, I'm holding up quotes. It's audio, but studio is what that.
It was a studio corner.
Well, a lot of garages turned into
Entirely
studios, so why not?
Yeah.
And if he was living there, then I guess that.
It was legit.
Yeah.
All the
Way
better.
legit.
It's just that much easier to.
Well, we don't
to
have
play.
any. We don't have any tracks from that album. You gave me.
Son of a Gunderson.
It was a good album to cut our teeth on, though. We learned a lot between working with each other, and Brad definitely learned a lot with the recording process. And learned to never record with electronic drums again. Oh, wait, maybe that was me. But either way, it was definitely a great album to cut our teeth on and work out a lot of musical parts and have fun with.
And so this new, the tracks you gave me are from a new album or an upcoming album?
Yeah. So what happened was we did What Are You Connected? We had actually there's a girl that played bass with us in the band at that time. She left last year around December.
Now you don't have a bassist anymore. No.
Yeah, his
You have
name is
keyboards.
Brad.
So I play keys and I play the bass lines that we had on
Do you
the
have
left
2
hand.
separate? You do just left and right on one keyboard?
Well, I have 3 keyboards.
Okay.
And so
But
kind of
you only got 2 hands. That's
No,
so.
he's got 4 hands. Don't you know what he's saying?
I got 2
Just
feet.
had to take note there.
And sometimes I smash, my face on the organ.
He's got a nose as well.
He's
It's
got
like
his
a
foot up
one-man
there.
About
band.
the nose.
Jesus.
I have a chime in my ring that hangs off a bell on my head.
Awesome.
I just got to toot Brad's horn right now. Like, this kid works magic on a lot of different things.
We did say
from
Jesse
everywhere from
was
playing the keyboards to
all about the
producing
big
the
things.
records.
You did.
It was mentioned.
Yeah, that was mentioned, and I'm going to make
That
sure that
wasn't
stays there.
hyperbole. Yes.
Jeez.
So we at that time had when Chelsea left, we were like, what are we going to do now? So now I'm going to circle all the way back to the start of the interview. We decided let's change our name to the Bearded Fucks, which at that time we all had beards.
Okay. That makes more sense. with
So
all
now we're
of you
coming
having this.
back. Yeah.
Okay, circle
you go.
around. That's good.
So then we were like, that's not sellable. So we'll go with the Bearded Fox. Then that was our name for about 3 months. And then we were like, let's just stay with the Broken Stems. That was working fine.
Yeah, it was working good.
Now, is the broken stems?
It was broken. Keep it broken. It's working.
Yeah.
Is the broken stems a kind of green topic?
Yeah, it is. It's perceived that way by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. We get a lot
Not
of
that I have any specific reason to perceive that, other than the fact that I smoke medical marijuana.
Yeah,
Finger quotes again. Yeah.
we all do.
Well, let's skip that. Let's go ahead and move on to.
Myself.
Let me just declare openly
Yes.
that I have a medical marijuana card.
No, I'm sure I'm
Expires
gonna-
in
I'm sure
November,
I'm
so I'll
gonna-
have to renew it then.
Sure, mine's in July, so
No, that's good.
yeah. But in the
Mine's
state of
almost up.
California, it doesn't matter because there's recreational.
Oh, it's so nice.
Anyway, my little bit of dry mouth there.
From what? What? From your medicine?
Allergies. Allergies.
So what happened,
It's
Brad?
that time of the
We got
season.
the we recorded the album. We recorded a new album in Joshua Tree in 2017. Yep, we did that last April.
Oh, wow.
April 2017. We rented a house in Joshua Tree and went up, and it was just an awesome cabin. Had a retreat for the weekend with the band.
Oh, so cool.
And recorded like 5 songs in 72 hours, 4 which we released.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It was a lot, and Brad produced the entire thing.
Yeah,
You did.
we emptied the house of like everything that was in there and
Through the
set up
sound.
microphones and all
But
sorts
not
of
before
sheets.
breaking in first. We had to break
Oh.
in.
That's
'cause
right.
We
To your
didn't have the
rented-
keys. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Anyway,
I'm like trying to engineer shit.
did you
over
happen?
here.
Did you happen to go to Pappy and Harriet's while you were out that way?
We
had
almost
some, we did
did.
something
Go there that
better.
trip?
You did. Did you play there?
No.
No.
Well, they should have you. Pappy and Harriet's. What's up?
Oh, I love Happy
Yeah.
Hearts.
I
Yeah,
know.
that place is a really fun place.
Never heard of it.
We ended up
Oh,
at a
it's bad.
desert music festival instead.
Oh,
Randomly.
nice.
A random Joshua Tree
the mountains.
desert festival.
I think that happens kind of frequently up there.
I
Actually,
think it does. It was
You know?
awesome.
It was
because
just our luck.
Was there like drum circles and stuff?
there was not only drum circles. There was like trapeze with like people.
Yeah.
There was DJs.
a lot of
with
glitter,
lights
right,
and
and
stuff.
stuff.
and
Are you
going
okay
everywhere.
over there?
He's twitching. I
I'm
don't-
excitable, dude. Like, if you want to get excitable, like, you've picked the right person for this interview.
that energy is feeding
All right,
right.
like, I'm all about the energy.
They had a popcorn machine. I was stoked
Oh.
at that.
Oh, yeah, there was a popcorn machine.
Blew our mind.
Nice. What about a hot dog vendor?
That's what it takes.
Well, the best story about this whole
It's
thing
not
was
something
that
you'd expect way out in the mountains after a long walk in the dark.
Well, I'm excited to hear some of your music. So
With a case of beer.
after that,
Bottle of Crown.
Jack. Yeah.
Crown
so
Maple,
this
like-
new album, we'll talk a little bit more about this new album coming up. But first, I want to go ahead and get to a track off of it. Now, do you guys have a title for this album yet?
it's called Joshua Tree Sessions.
Okay, so that's what this is from.
And it is released. It's available on Spotify and iTunes right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we just released it.
Well, let's go ahead and preview one of
Come get some.
my favorite songs already off of it. Play it loud.
You got me.
Rock on.
MDMA, which is the active ingredient in ecstasy, along with mushroom or LSD.
Why did I already know that?
Getting loud or playing loud.
It's me talking here.
It is.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, we're running with the same crowd. Only have one volume, play it loud. Play it loud. Yeah, you know we like to get down. Cause we've been living.
Who's on vocals?
We make our own
Jesse.
decisions, and decision is right. Every night I've already lived 5 lives, and each one of them died. And now I'm on 666. I need my fix. You dig? Yeah, somebody meet me around the corner and play it loud. We'll play it loud. We'll play it loud. We'll play it loud. We'll play it loud. Because you're running with the same crowd. Only got one bar, you play it loud. Yeah, you know we like to get down. Cause we've been living.
Bass lines
Been
and
living.
Yeah, those are vibrating my headphones. Loving it.
I'm barely alive. Somebody pick me off the floor. Cause you know I want more. I want more. Give me more. Give me everything you got. I can take it. You turn it up and play it loud.
yeah, this song is an anthem to all of our friends who like to get down.
Nice.
And
Very sexy.
it grew from that and was born from that. And it's just kind of like the mania that happens in the night when you're out. You never know, you know.
It does sound very dark.
It goes interesting places,
It's adventurous.
adventurous.
You know, when you say that, I something about the Doors just stuck in my head. Like it's like a little grooving, sexy, rockin' yum.
You're on it now.
We'll play it proud. We'll play it loud. like to get down. Cause we've been living what you've been doing.
Love it. Love it.
Play it loud.
That I can see how that's very anthemic. So I like that.
It's a big word.
Thank you.
He throws out these $20 words every now and again, so just let me tell you guys. Sometimes 50. Like he goes big.
You said anthem during the song, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
All
another.
anthemic is adding IC to that
Okay,
word.
it just sound,
And,
I love it.
And pronouncing
It's
it
that
in a
big
different
voice of
way.
yours. It just makes it
we
really
got this
big.
awesome group of friends.
I was confused. I didn't
Right.
know that.
Thank you, Andrew.
I like to make
I
up
will
words
never-
too, but
Mine actually means something.
yeah.
Sorry.
Whatevs.
I'm not bragging or anything. You were saying, Jesse.
Oh, no worries.
Jesse.
I was saying that we have this just like a tribe of friends that, play it loud on all levels of their life. And I think that's really cool. So that it's an anthem to them.
Yeah.
It's an anthem to that period of our lives and that mentality that there's
It's
always.
freaking cool. And you know what? I have to just say this because you know the movie Swingers, where all the guys, they go to the club. They're all going to the same club, but they all take their own car because they're all gonna hook up with a honey. So I don't know. It's just kind of cool. It's like the gang of guys are doing their cool shit and they're.
I think didn't that come out of Mexico?
It
I don't know
did.
if It was
That
a
Mexico
Mexico
trip.
trip. And everybody, I think it was just like a party through the night, like one of those like
That's
8
super cool.
a.m. style
That was the impetus.
TJ Rosarito trips, I think.
Is that's when you wrote this song?
Wasn't it something
That's
along
when we
those
came up
lines?
with they came up with the kind of the chorus part of it.
It's like you
But
switch
yeah,
from
but
the
you
whiskey
guys
to
have
the
to
Bloody
watch-
Mary.
You have to watch the YouTube video on this song. Play it loud on YouTube.
Okay.
And I made like a stop motion music video using like G.I. Joe dolls and Barbies. And
Actually, he made an epic stop motion.
yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
I didn't think you guys actually appreciated it. It took me like 80
it took
hours.
a little while.
Oh, it's awesome. There's a shootout. There's drugs. There's
Cash
he makes a
flowing.
strip
Yeah,
club out
it's-
of these Barbies.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Oh, we got to see this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Can we air it?
I
wanna-
urge you to
wanna
check
play
it out or post it on all your pages and share it. To
Yeah,
everybody.
we're definitely gonna have to share that. Wow,
Yeah.
stop motion Barbie doll GI Joe.
Why didn't I know of this before?
I know. Why did
I don't know.
How did this not come up in your search?
I don't know how it slipped.
Isn't that one of the hardest things? It's to get things out there. you
Yeah.
know? Just how do we always get things in front of people? We have such we feel like we have a lot of really cool content that we want to share. So
Well, do
that's
you guys-
why we're here? One of the reasons
Right.
why we're here, right?
Do you guys
Yeah, we keep
perform?
going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They play out a lot.
When's your next coming gigs?
What's next show
August
is
11th at the Music Box.
Oh yeah, we love the music
nice.
box.
Electric Mud.
yeah with
Oh, we love Electric Mud, too.
And Feng Shui
band.
Planet, I believe, is playing.
Yeah, they're
I
rocking.
think if I
Yeah.
heard correctly today.
Sean Campus and the
But
Incredible should be playing.
tickets
too.
are for
Just
sale.
saying.
So definitely
Yeah.
check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Where was that again?
The music,
Music
box.
box.
Music box.
Man, I am tripping today. It's been a long day for me.
Great
sorry.
venue, great sound, great stage.
Yeah, no, I love that place.
It's fucking awesome.
And we had Electric Mud on a previous episode.
We did.
Yeah, we love those guys.
We
Yeah,
do
great
too.
guys.
They're so cool.
They rock.
So you've been together since what? 2014? You said
Yeah, just about 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how long have you guys been actually performing live?
The whole time.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jesse and I have been playing since we were playing, like we kind of started, and then we've been playing with Andrew, and then Chelsea left. Like the three of us kind of reimagined what it all, I mean, when we thought about changing the name, it's because literally the band, like music kind of shifted the whole idea of like, we were like, let's just go with this hard kind of sound and just not really give a shit and just play.
It's almost like your songs want to be blues. It's almost
There's a lot
like
of
they
blues.
want to be.
It's in that
there,
realm.
but-
It's that, yeah.
But you cross over into more of a hip hop realm rather than the rhythm blues style.
Totally. That song especially. That song's a little bit of an outlier, I think, from what we do overall. But that's, I mean, what's an outlier really? I mean, we just do what we feel, and I think that's really what we kind of try to do adopt in our new Broken Stems. if
So
you
with,
call it.
yeah, with like us three, I mean it's less than a year. We played our first show with us three in September.
Oh wow!
So yeah, we're just kind of refiguring out all the vibe and
Where can
how it's all
people
gonna
follow
work.
you to find out when your shows are?
Everywhere, Instagram and Facebook, and
What
our
are your
website
handles?
is brokenstems.com. And our handles are all the Broken Stems.
Yeah, at the Broken Stems for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Cool.
And
You
yeah,
went
thebrokenstems.com always has all of our dates.
I was
Talking
just
about
gonna
Tinder
say.
now? Now we're going to Tinder. We want to talk about
He
dates.
echoed my sentiments in that eye roll right there. I fucking loved it.
But
Andrew's just like, I don't know.
if
man.
you happen
Email.
to see the bearded fox out there, you should check them guys out too, because I don't know.
You could be incognito for the evening.
Underground
You
could
music.
be.
should spell it F-A-U-X just for the poor Americans.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
gosh.
this was a long conversation.
It's still going.
It's still happening.
Apparently.
But I think that, for everyone out there, we're staying the Broken Stems, and we are the
That's
Broken
true.
Stems.
At least for right now.
Unless
Yeah.
you see the bearded fox.
Yeah.
And then what is a bearded fox? And that's, and then you
Or
might
the
have to follow
bearded
that
fox,
rabbit
then you
hole.
really-
You know what? Maybe that's like a Stephen King, Richard Branson type thing.
It's like
where
a
you,
secret show.
yeah,
Maybe it's a
like
clever marketing ploy.
Yeah. It could be a whole
yeah.
nother band that sounds like, the Monkees or something. The Monkees to the Beatles.
Yeah, it'll be our side thing when we're not world touring. When we're trying to avoid the massive crowds.
You just want to be, You just want to walk through the airport.
Alter egos.
We're the bearded foe.
The bearded
People
fox.
say we move.
Wow.
We bearded it
Coif.
around. I mean, where do you go with that?
The
The
bearded
anthemic
clam.
fucks.
Oh, man.
What?
Nothing.
The anthemic fucks.
The anthemic. Okay.
Keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so
Does it?
It does. It does. So I want to know a little bit about your guys' musical backgrounds. Keyboards.
Keyboards. Well, I play a lot. I played like bass and I played guitar for like 15 years and
What was your first?
all sorts of stuff. Keyboard was my first.
You went back to
I
your first love.
played, yeah, I played keyboard at like 4.
Or
And,
do you have a
yeah.
musical family, or was it just something you were
No, they're
interested
not. My mom can't play. My dad can't play. I just and none of my brothers, like nobody.
what
I
drove you
just-
to it?
I don't know. I guess
Madness?
the story that I heard was I would make
Story.
my
Did you get
parents
stung by a
bring me
bee?
to. Yeah, a spider bit me apparently, and
The piano
next thing
bug.
I knew, I don't know. They brought me to this this piano shop.
I was a little slow.
And
there.
the owner was like, "You got to buy this guy. You got to buy this kid a keyboard because he keeps coming in. He keeps trying to play. I mean, obviously, he's trying to sell my parents a piano.
Right, of course. That's
so-
what piano salesmen
This
are
is fine
good for.
shit.
It worked perfectly.
Here's the $1 million.
He's like, I see, he's got the gene. You need to buy him a piano from me.
Well, I'm happy
Right.
they did. Dude.
Only from this.
But yeah, I did
Yeah.
that, and it was more. I kind of like quit and wasn't into it, and then like all of a sudden like had this wave of figuring out like how piano works on. It was a Fish album that I heard, and I just started like jamming along to it, and I was like, oh, and things started clicking with me, and then I really fell in love. That was like around freshman year of high school.
Apparently, Fish opens a
Fish.
lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Was that Electric Med that kept going there?
I don't think it was them. I couldn't tell
somebody
you.
was.
I intentionally left it off my note sheet so that I didn't want to remember it.
But
I'm not
then
a
here
fan
it
of
is
Fish.
again.
I don't know why. I'm just
not opposed.
they're like to me.
It was just a.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like 14, and I think like just starting to smoke weed, and was like,
Oh, well, there
found
you
this
go.
album, and I was
Okay.
like, what the hell is happening to my mind right now?
Yeah, see that makes
Oh
more
you
man,
go.
sense.
the first time I ever got stoned was with my brother on the way to his college, and he put on the Dark Side of the Moon,
Oh, geez.
and I just about shit my pants when the bell part came on. I was like, first time ever being high, I was like freaking out.
Nice.
There's all these stereo sounds coming from all over the place. I was like, dude. And then I was born a musician.
There you go. Is that so? That was your that just grabs you right there, and you were done.
When did the
no,
vocal
that wasn't
part
the
come in?
first time I played music. But what's that?
When did the vocal part come in? Like, cause
See, I always started playing. I started playing when I was in about 13, 14 years old, right before high school, I think. And I just picked up a guitar out of my closet. My brother had played previously, and dropped it, and I just picked it up one summer day and started learning songs off of tablature. And I took lessons, and I had a really amazing guitar teacher who taught me a lot about writing songs. And I was always that musician that really loved to experiment and write my own music, even from the beginning. I never had like much of a drive to cover other people's music, I guess I would say. So
You wanted to create.
I wanted to create, and I always just felt that sound to create. And so he showed me a lot. I would just come with him sound ideas all the time. I'd be like, I got this riff, and he would show me how to write an intro and a chorus and how to make it all make sense. And it taught me a lot about songwriting. And it was awesome.
That's cute. That's awesome. It's
I was
such
so
a
lucky to have
too.
him in my journey, and then
It's amazing how certain people throughout your journey just kind of steer you in the right direction, and you end up, where you end up.
Where you're supposed to
Absolutely.
be, really.
Andrew's patiently waiting to
I
tell
know.
his
And
backstory.
I
I've had this thing in the back of my mind. I didn't want to overlook that Brad was also in a pet shop band, I think.
oh yeah, acapella, man.
Acapella group.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
a barbershop quartet type
Yes,
school.
that's what I meant.
thing? Head shop.
Does he do Pet Shop Boys? That's all I thought.
I'm like, what the hell do you mean?
He worked in a pet shop.
Pet
Are you
shop
English?
band.
I'm like, he was in a pet shop band, mate. It's one of them,
have another pint?
it sounds like 5 different nouns.
I've never heard that term.
I've
You know,
never heard
those
it either.
groups that they sing in. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what
lost
you
track
mean.
a while ago.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Barbershop.
I was in a
quartet.
Barbershop
Quartet.
Pet shop.
Wrong shop.
wrong
Maybe I
shop.
got
Wow.
confused with one of our practice spaces.
I
don't
pulled that
know.
right out of my
Boys,
bonnet.
but I don't know if they're
Barbershop.
acapella.
Do you have a?
But yeah, I sang in an acapella group back before it was cool. Before Glee made it all trendy and cool.
And then you were like the hot guy singing
I was
like that.
I was running things back then.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that as well.
Did you have interest in opera?
No, never that.
reason I
I was
just
just in high school. I don't know. It was something to do. I did like opposite ends of like middle linebacker in football and like in a pet shop
And you're
quartet.
singing.
Going to new band name.
Pet shop quartet. I love this. Oh, I got to make a note of that.
Oh, that's epic.
Can I have some more
So
what you're smoking?
Fresh out.
You're not talking to me, right?
That's
So,
awesome.
Andrew.
Do you still sing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brad sings in the
Backups
band.
and
Brad and
stuff?
I sing together.
Do you
and-
switch off on songs or anything? Or
He's
Collaborate
usually
together?
singing. I sing a couple, and then harmonies.
Well,
Yeah.
you're using all 4 of your hands so much that,
Might
and
as
his,
well.
he had to
use
take
that
his shoes off and
tough
like
to-
everything.
throw in the singing right there, too. So, Andrew,
Andrew,
are you a drummer
right
through and
back.
through? Did you start in middle school?
Through and through.
Or before that?
Probably, I would say before that. I
Elementary?
don't remember. Yeah, elementary school.
Because I
Right
remember.
after they made me fake it.
Choose
on
an
the recorder.
instrument?
Yeah,
Oh,
we had
okay.
to do the recorder for 4th grade.
Yeah, I remember
And then we
that.
had to do like 5th grade. We got to actually do what we want and play an instrument.
I got the accordion. I was so mad.
Jeez.
You know, it's
Yeah,
fun.
I'm still mad.
I wanted to be a
Yes.
saxophone player, and they said you can't make
I wanted
noise
to be
out
a-
of this.
I always
wanna
try
be
to
a
play the
drummer.
drums, man. I always was
Yes.
trying to be the guy on the big
like,
drum,
the
and or like on the cymbals, and they never would let me, dude.
There's probably a
Probably
reason.
because you were too loud.
Yeah, because that's terrible fucking rhythm. That's probably why.
Oh, that might be
Yeah.
it.
I know. I have trouble counting to 4.
Yeah, well,
Then you got to go into
But
the
not on the
8 notes
guitar. I
and
have good
16s.
rhythm on
It's
the
like
guitar.
crazy.
I remember I wanted to play piano at that point, and I was
you
like,
just
I was
knew.
like, I already play it, so let me just play it in
Right.
the band.
But
and they
it's
were
not
like, we
part of
don't
the
do
band.
that instrument.
We don't
Yeah,
do
we don't have
I was
that.
like, all right, well then I'm not part of this.
You got the guy with the big giant actual
Thanks for
bass. Yeah,
failing
the
me again.
bass, but I
Then
can't
my
play the
decision
piano.
is easy, sir.
yeah. You laid it out on the table for me.
I'm going to
good
join
work.
a
You've
pet
given
shop
me
band.
no options but to decline your offer. You came to me.
This is so unfair.
Alrighty, I want to hear another
School
one of your
days.
songs. Now, this is also off of the most
Joshua
recent
Tree
album,
Sessions,
the Joshua Tree Sessions, and this one is called "Heavy on My Mind."
Oh yeah.
Love so many. Yeah, I've had plenty before. Moving steady. I feel ready, I'm whole. It's getting heavy on my mind. It's getting heavy on my mind.
You hear Brad's
I think this is one of the
low
songs,
rumble?
first songs I've listened to on you guys.
My mind.
That's Brad.
That's actually
bass baritone. Oh yeah.
Oh, this love songs by Brad.
Let me tell you something, baby. You call me later tonight.
Deep cuts.
Yeah.
That's all.
Call me if you need that.
Have this awful tasty spot the road I gave. Light another spark so I can get away. Now the fire burns inside. Longer am I blind. I've opened up my eyes.
See, this definitely goes more bluesy.
Yeah.
Like I can feel the blues like oozing out of this one.
Yeah.
It's getting heavy on my mind. It's getting heavy on my mind. It's getting heavy on my soul. Getting heavy, I don't know which way I should go.
I always love this drum beat.
It's like
Just
simple.
there's so much space and
You gotta hold this one. Like you gotta.
Yeah.
This is a hard one to hold.
Yeah, it's not
owns it,
easy,
yeah.
right? You just-
No, it seriously is.
No, I know.
Well, yeah, that's right.
I
You would
know.
know. She manages a band.
Yeah.
yeah, this one is it's a hard song not to rush. We especially you'll see we get into these breaks and we always want it's a tendency to rush it. But
Yeah, and you really got to hold back, like he's talking about.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you play to a click track at all?
Yeah, I think this was played to a crack.
Okay.
But yes and no.
Getting heavy, I don't know which way I should go. It's getting heavy on my mind. It's getting heavy on my soul. It's getting heavy on my mind. It's getting heavy on my mind. It's getting heavy on my soul. It's getting heavy on my mind.
I want to
That
buy
was-
it. I
that
want
was
to buy it.
pretty-
I want to see you again.
That was pretty heavy.
It was beautiful. It was awesome. It's super
Heavy,
sexy.
man.
You guys have really sexy songs.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No,
That
it
song is definitely
definitely-
a sexy song.
It definitely was. So where did that? First of all, where did that song come from?
I wrote that song, kind of in the transition of when we were figuring out what to do after Chelsea left, and I think we had this this very strong. It's want to do something really just bluesy and just rock and just like really rootsy, you know.
Yeah.
I think that just started speaking to all of us. This really rootsy rock, you know, that just we really held back and let the space be open and yeah. I don't know what do you want to say about it,
I
Brett?
think like usually Jesse will come in with kind of like a rad riff and like a cool kind of like some chords and a structure to a song and like the lines of Heavy on My Mind, and then we kind of just start playing over it and playing over it and playing over it and seeing what comes out of it. And I think that was right. It was one of the first ones that we wrote together, and like one of the things we were realizing we could do as a trio really fast was these gnarly changes of like da 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 da
Yeah.
da da da, like you know, of like it didn't take much coordination
Yeah.
to have bass, keys, guitar, and drums all going, you know, because it's just kind of us, and so we were playing with that a lot.
Yeah, you guys groove together super well. Like it feels natural and doesn't feel forced. It just sounds really good.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to listen
I have to say that these 4 songs in the Josh Ritchie sessions, we wrote them in like 3 months. Like we got together. We were like, hey, I have these new song ideas. We got together in the studio for like a month maybe.
Whose decision was it for the space? Was that Jesse? Did you kind of have that in design of the song?
No, I usually come with my interpretation of the song, the kind of the melody line and the guitar part, and I trust these guys to fill in what they feel from it, and so I don't try to direct too much because I'm not always good at directing, I'm not a drummer and I'm not a keyboardist, and so I hear things as a guitarist and a lead singer, and so I trust them a lot. And Brad molded into that bass line, and he just makes incredible bass lines just right off the bat, and was able to do it so technically and so well while still soloing and keeping all of his colorful key lines and Hammond organs alive, and I don't know. And then Andrew just has this very ability to just kind of lay down a beautiful foundation for any song, and so blues just kind of felt like a really natural feel for us, especially with Andrew's drumming style.
What do you consider yourself as far as, I know, a genre, because we all have to put ourselves in one, unfortunately.
Well, we call it a blues roots rock.
Dirty blues rock.
Dirty blues rock?
Dirty blues rock.
Dirty.
I love it.
Yeah. What do you say, Brad? That sounds right.
Yeah, I think I agree. I concur.
Dirty blues rock.
Kind of a Doors.
I'm going to write that down.
We get a lot of the Doors lately, especially when we play 3-hour sets at a bar. We'll just jam for a long time. We have great, crazy, fun jams.
I was about to say that. It sounds like these songs can really easily turn into just jam sessions of trading off solos.
Totally. And
so
that's
you can pull it out for another couple.
It's some new territory that we've been experimenting with live, too, which has been really fun. I think we had some good transitions between the songs, but now we just kind of really flow, and we kind of do what we feel. We don't get too caught up on set lists and things like that. We try to just let our...
You ever consider having kind of an open night where you can have another guitarist jump on stage or a bassist or something like that and jam with you?
Maybe.
Yeah. That sounds like something that'd be fun because, you guys have a kind of a jammy vibe.
Do you get an idea?
Totally. I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
there is room for friends when we keep that space open.
Well, yeah, that's something you can pitch
it's
to
fun too,
to offer as a different, kind of a different alternative to a venue is like, hey, we also have an option where we can, allow for a jam night, and that way you can advertise to your musician friends to come on in, and hey, you can jump up and perform blah blah blah. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden being like a promoter.
I don't know.
Something.
You just let us know when and where to be.
What?
That's my job. So you talk to me, fellas. We got this.
No offense, but I ain't fucking
love to
helping
play
you.
music. If you're talking about some sort of jam session with other musicians that do cool music stuff, hey, we'll probably be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we would love that.
I'm not putting shit together. So if you want to put that together, you can email me at admin@dustyfuton.com to let me know the details, and I'll tell everyone about it that I know. All 5 people.
Well, I have to drop this because it feels like a segue.
What?
Putting shit together. Mr. Brad Sweet over here put together a music festival.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing
in September.
We have a music festival in
Where?
September. It's in Lake Paris. It's called
Awesome.
Same But Different Fest.
That's just up the street. We're all good to go there.
Yeah, my parents used to live in Paris.
We got we rented out the full state park.
Cool.
And we have it for 2 days.
So you're going to have camping as well?
Camping, and we have
Yoga,
2 stages.
swimming.
It's our first year, so it's craziness. But we have Lettuce playing, the Floozies, Boombox, Moonhooch, Dirtwire, a bunch of
Broken
cool-
Stems.
What weekend is this going to be? What weekend in September?
September 22nd and 23rd.
Very nice.
So 2
There you go,
rotating
folks.
stages and
Cool.
multiple genres of music.
What
Yeah.
times are our bands going to be playing?
From 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess you don't have to worry about the time with the...
It's between all the
Space.
mountains and everything, and yeah, they're
Nice.
They don't care up there.
letting
Seriously
things,
rad.
they're letting
Where
things go
can
late.
people get a ticket to that?
SSBDfest.com. So same but different fest.
Are you guys- where's that?
SSBD Fest. Yeah.
They can find that on your website, your band website?
SSBDfest.com.
Yeah, on our band website too. If you go to brokenstems.com, it'll have a link to it.
SSBDfest.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't stop talking. I apologize.
Same, but different.
That's why you're spicy Kim.
Right. I just keep.
All the editing I have to do.
I'm being very tame tonight, Big John.
No, you're being
Let
good.
it
You're
out.
being good.
Let out the cage.
Oh hell, you boys! I don't know. There's a lot here. You fuckers.
You fucks. The bearded fucks.
I love just waiting
Right?
every now and then to see what someone's gonna say.
Explore that space.
Yeah, exactly. You just let it
Right.
rotate, let it fuse, let it
Yeah.
mutate or whatever, aerate. So we talked a second about
Yeah, a
click
second.
track. Yeah, what?
Yeah, just a second. Andrew's just over there, just waiting.
Yeah,
on deck,
when
man.
did you learn drums?
When did you learn drums?
Wait, you drum?
I'm still yet to learn them.
He's got-
No, I was just going to ask you about the click track thing because, yeah, no, a drummer's work is never done. I was a drummer too. I still technically
None
am.
of our work is done.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. But for drummers, it's different.
Amen.
So anyway, amongst drummers, there's the click track argument, and you said that you may have recorded this song with the click track,
I'm nearly certain. I'm certain actually.
We 100%
did.
did,
Yeah.
but you don't perform with the click track.
I think it's not so much an argument. I think with click tracks, there's applications that click tracks are perfect for.
Yeah.
Live, there can be great in live audiences. Lately, as in the past year or more, no, because we don't
Well, if you don't
practice
need it.
right now. I mean, I practice
There's all that
individually with the
space.
click track, yeah, and you get the opportunity to explore that and communicate more with your crowd.
I meant with the way you were talking, you left a lot of
Space.
space.
I tend to do that.
Like
I generally don't, so I'm really holding back,
if
you
leave
guys.
space, you'll fill it.
A conversation with Andrew can take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes.
Is that like
That's
a
even if
paragraph
we
worth
get in a
of a
conversation.
paragraph worth of words?
But in live audiences, I mean, you're going to ebb and flow. And with a click
Yeah.
track, you can't,
Yeah.
there's more conversation, I think, which we don't tend to practice a lot with a click track. So we don't tend to write songs to a click track, which is fine until we go to record them with a click track. And then it's like,
Does it throw you off more to have it at that point?
I think you just lose a little bit.
Especially if you're not using every downbeat.
Yeah.
If you're not using every downbeat, a click track can be more of an annoyance because it breaks up that space that you're trying to create, and you may be attempting to get ahead of that beat.
Sure.
Because drummers have a tendency to rush.
I mean, we all do.
I
Definitely,
think
yeah.
just like
Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
with some songs, I mean, it really doesn't affect much at all. I think with like a song like "Play It Loud," it's a very like bump. Bump. So the click track is just like cool. Might
Straightforward.
as well not even be there.
Yeah, exactly.
But with other songs, it like kind of you play a little more robotically because I think you're like, just thinking, you're hearing it, so you are making sure that you're on it and not just like in your own zone out there doing whatever.
And we have to
Again,
keep
I'm a
in-
key player though, so
But we have to also keep in mind that we're playing grungy blues rock. We're
Yeah,
not.
it's a little dirty. It's a
We're
little,
not. We're not playing. Like there's certain genres that really need a click. But blues is one of those genres where you can kind of. I mean, I don't know. You're just kind of jamming a lot. We have exploring the spaces, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to be on a click all the time.
Let's go ahead and play another song. And Rest Assured is also off the Joshua Tree Sessions.
Yeah.
And I can't remember.
What? Can't you remember? I guess if you could remember, you wouldn't have forgotten. So, that's
What?
quite a juxtaposition to be in.
See what I was telling
That
you
was
about
a
leaving
mind trip,
space
dude.
open, and she just fills it up with whatever she can get her hands on. All right, let's go ahead and listen
Dye
to
my hair brown for a
Rest
reason.
assured.
Rest Assured off the Joshua Tree Sessions. Now, where can you find the Joshua Tree Sessions?
You can find it on Spotify and iTunes and
Apple Music.
Apple Music.
everywhere you can find music.
Rest assured, we got it all figured out. No room for fear or doubt. Rest assured. worthy I am man. I'm doing everything I can. I'm moving mountains, now I stand. Well, I can see the promised land. And now I send a message, so you know where I am. I walk through the water, turned it into sand. When the sun shines, everything it touches is mine. We're heading for blue skies. Pale is the man, turns his worry into pain. Every thought is an ocean, dark as when it rains. I'm carrying the message, so you know who I am. Resign in my blood and lightning rolling through my veins. And the sun shines, everything it touches is mine. You're heading for blue skies. Everything it touches is mine. You know you're heading. You know you're heading. You know you're heading for blue skies.
I wanted to point out how soulful your voice sounds in that one, Jesse.
Oh, thank you.
That, like, how did you kind of start with that soulful feeling when you started singing, or when did that really develop?
That song, okay, so like, no shit. Andrew and I were in the jam space, and I had this new riff that I wrote, and we started just rocking on it. And I went in the bathroom to
whatever you do in the
go to the bathroom, and right in front of me on the like little like toilet paper, like the seat cover holder, it says, you know, the rest assured. You know, and I was just like, I just started singing like,
It says rest assured.
it says rest assured, and it, you know, it's the company obviously, but like I was just sitting there peeing, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh my god, rest assured, and like, and we just started doing it, and that was it, and that's how the song came about.
Oh my god,
and it came from like, you know, there's nothing but blue skies. It was kind of like a transition point in our band, and we were like, you know what, we got nothing to worry about. We got it all figured out.
It kind of works. It
Yeah.
exactly kind of totally works.
So every time I pee and see those now, I'm just like, ha.
I really sorry about that.
You know, I didn't.
That thing needs to go number one. Like, seriously now, with that story attached to it.
I didn't even realize it too until it's like 2 months ago, and I was peeing, and I was like, rest assured. Like Jesse.
It's too awesome.
He nailed it.
Oh my
That song
God.
came from that. I would have changed it.
Well, it's too late. It's on the Joshua Tree Sessions album, available anywhere you find your music on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube's.
We got cool videos up. We have 3 videos out.
Stop motion Barbie dolls. So Jesse likes playing with his dolls.
Yep. Yeah, he does.
Yep.
And
Only in adult capacity.
brokenstems.com, or is it
Rumors
the
apply.
Broken Stems?
Brokenstems.com.
Brokenstems.com.
Brokenstems.com and at the Broken Stems for all
Everywhere
our
else.
All the socials.
Hell yeah. And we're at dustyfuton.com in case anybody gives a shit.
I give a shit.
You do?
I do.
Do you follow us?
I do follow you. And I
Actually,
follow
yeah, you
and you and you. All of you.
Neat.
We give a shit too, and thank you so much for having us.
Hey, no problem. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for coming all the way down.
Thank
It's so much
you.
fun.
Absolute pleasure.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Hell
You're
yeah.
too much fun.
All righty, I'm going to shut this thing off.
Cool.
Major thank you to the guys of the Broken Stems for coming down and sharing their story and bringing us some tracks to play for you guys. Big thank you to Spicy Kim of Wicked Tone Entertainment for being the co-host for this episode. I'm Big John, your host, engineer, and producer for the episode. Don't forget that we have merchandise for sale on our website at thedustyfuton.com/merch. Go there and check it out. Speaking of merchandise, if you're hanging around waiting for that hashtag, first thing, thank you for sticking in with us and sticking all the way to the end. This episode's hashtag is going to be hashtag play it loud. That's hashtag play it loud. All you got to do is make sure and share this episode. Tag us at Dusty Futon on Instagram or Twitter, or at The Dusty Futon on Facebook. Share the episode with the hashtag on any one of those social platforms, and we'll randomly select one person as our winner. Good luck, and thanks for sharing the episode. The Dusty Futon now releases weekly concert reports. It's not every week because we don't always have updates on the calendar. If you're a Dusty Futon musician, we will happily tell our audience when and where you're playing next. The concert report focuses on Dusty Futon alumni, giving you a little bit of the audio from that band, as well as letting you know where you can find them next. Each concert report is released on a Wednesday right here on this channel. So all you got to do is subscribe, whether it's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, any of those places. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. We also have a Patreon page if you want to get some behind-the-scenes information and some special goodies that are going to be coming in the future. You can go to check that out at patreon.com/thedustyfuton, where you can directly support the Dusty Futon. Also, don't forget to check us out at dustyfuton.com, where you can get access to every episode ever created by the Dusty Futon from Season 1 debut back in April 2015 to now. I hope you enjoyed this production of the Dusty Futon LLC, and this episode was sponsored by Backstage 360. Don't forget to go to backstage360.com to check them out. They are the musicians' media. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next episode right here on the Dusty Futon.